Hello guys, welcome back to the crew. In this video we're gonna do a bit of a Summit Qualifier. One of my previous videos I made a video on how to get there simply by doing a few free drive stunts. 3 levels I think you have to go through, and then you will unlock an access pass for the Summit Qualifier. And if you can get a medal in the Summit Qualifier in 3 of them, then you will earn your way to the actual summit at the end of the month, because you will get an access pass for that one if you earn 3 medals in 3 of the qualifiers. So for this month I believe there are 8 qualifiers, so you only have to get 3 medals in 8 of them, so pretty easy to do. So we start at perks here. That's where I am now, showing you what I'm using at this moment. And I just noticed a few things are not where they should be, so I'm gonna reset. So first thing we're gonna set is the basic stuff. Resetting your perk points is costing you $100 for each point. I'm using 70 points, so I had to pay 7,000. So the 4 that I put on now, pretty simple. Those are the standard ones to get the car at 1234, and if you put these on, you will get it at 1299. Which means I have 50 points left, and we are going to the summit. So what we are definitely going to do is put this one on. 15% faster scoring in any skill, so that one goes on. There are a few time attacks, and for that we need a full nitro bar at the start. That's this 4, and 20% extra acceleration. That's this one, if you put 10 points on it. So that's that. Leaves us with 25 points. So let's have a look. More dollars from PvP events. There is a PvP event within the Summit Qualifier, so more dollars, always good. More reputation for the faction. I might put it on if I have some points left, we'll see. 10% more from stunts. There are free drive stunts, so yes, we put that on. There are also skills, so we're gonna put some more dollars for that as well. Which leaves us with 10 points. Let's have a look. I'm gonna put more reputation for PvP events. And then we have 5 points left. Yeah, well, put this here. So, that's that. Mazda RX-7 in performance or sport spec, which is the same, but if you put your client in another language than English, it's called performance in English, but it's called sport in other languages. So I didn't have this car, so I had to buy it, and I also bought some parts for it, so that it's at $12.99. And the reason for that is because it's one of the cars needed to do, in this case, the brand time attack. So we're gonna start with that one. So we're gonna leave headquarters. I earned the pass already by doing free drives. Well, I've earned everything already, but just showing you. In this summit is here in the south, a little bit west-northwest of Dallas. There you go. As you can see, I am at 89th at the moment, which is good enough for platinum, but I have a few issues improving my points or times because I messed up. And I equipped some parts on my monster truck, mainly giving me less speed and less acceleration, and I'm messing around with the part for the last couple of hours, but I can't seem to get it back at where it was. So if you earned your path to get in the Summit Qualifier, you enter it, and this is what you get. So there is a free drive challenge, which basically, if you click on it, you have to create your path. So what does that mean? I'm gonna abort here for a minute. So you have a checkered flag here, and you have to put checkpoints. You can put them all over the map. You have to put 10 checkpoints, but as you can see, the further away you put them, if I put a checkpoint here, it's bringing me 12,000, 13,000 bucks now. And then I put another one here and so on. So the further you put your checkpoints, of course, the longer the drive will be. And this one, it's related, your ranking is related to the bucks. So if you have enough time, you have some friends, and you can spend 2 hours or something, I would just zoom in a bit, look for a highway, and put some checkpoints on those highway and do well, sort of like the faction mission, the highway one, which goes like this, around this sort of big loop on the highway, and it takes you about, well, somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour you can do it in. So that's the... Yes, we're gonna cancel this. That's for the free drive challenge. Because as I said, you need a crew for that at this moment. Because if I'm not mistaken, and if I read correctly, the free drive challenge will also be something you can do by yourself, starting after the March patch. I don't know when they're gonna bring the patch. Will be someone in the next couple of days, I assume. And they bring a patch always brings some changes. For instance, they bring a dirt spec for the BMW X6, the SUV. And also the free drive challenges should be able to do them by yourself instead of in a crew. Free drive stunts, I'm 55th at the moment. I was lucky to find the crew earlier today, and then you combine these stunts, so they are go way level by level. They go way faster than you have to do them on by yourself. So we within the crew we did like 16 or 17 levels of stunts before people started leaving the crew, and well, that was good enough to bring me in 55th out of the 2,415 players ranked at the moment. The speed trial, that's a speed test. It is north of Dallas. It's on a normal road, so you don't really need a crew for it, but you can always use a crew, because if you do this with your friends, you can get a draft or slipstream from your friends, giving you a faster time. The scramble test, which is my best event so far, I'm in 7th at the moment, because I use a monster truck there. Not all people have the monster truck, I assume. The jump test, not so good, 547th, and there the problem is it's one of the long jumps where you need a drag car. I do have a drag car, but it's not at 12.99 yet. So major problem there, which of course also is the same for the drag trial. I play on a PC with a keyboard. I don't have a controller or a steering wheel, which also gives me big issues for the drift trial, because the drift trial works with a multiplier, and you have to get the multiplier at 99 times 99, and then that's where you can get scores for a few 100,000 points. And that's the problem, I can't keep the drift. I only score like, well, some of the tracks I score 20-30,000 points, that's the maximum I can do, while the top times or top scores are over 400,000. Simple reason, I can't flick the car around like people with a controller or a steering wheel can. So I can't get the multiplier at times 99, I can only at best get it at times 15 or something. And then it resets and then it starts from 1 again, but you have to go through the whole stage, multiplier 99 to get a high score. So it's not a good one. The cruise speed trap is, by the looks of it, in a Lotus Evora. I'm unranked there at the moment because I haven't done that yet. I've been messing around in PvP, the multiplayer lobby, and I haven't played for long, but it's good enough for 177th, which is a platinum medal. And for the simple reason, I came into a lobby with at first 6 players, later on even 8 players. And there are 7 events within the multiplayer lobby, so races, blitz, crown. Crown was even with a monster truck, but you get them from the game. But it was pretty easy lobby, it seems, because, well, I think I've done about 10 races. I won 6 of them, and I was second in the 4 others. So I scored quite some points there, or bucks, because it's also related to bucks that you earn there. So the brand time attack, let's start with that one, because the best time so far 127, my best time is 134. I'm not familiar with the car, as I said. I bought it and I put some parts on it to make it 12.99. Let's see what we can do now. It's all a matter of learn the track, retry. But I can use the full nitro bar at the start because I put the perks on there in my headquarters. That's already a bad turn. Driving line not that bad, not that good. I'm not aiming for the top times because simply I will never reach the top times. Because you can steer way sharper with the controller than you can with the keyboard, so. But somewhere in the top 50 is always good enough. If you can score top 50 spots, you will be good enough to get platinum overall. I already know that the time won't be that good, because my time has to be lower on that sharp corner there. But we'll see. Nope, not gonna improve. 136, 2 seconds slower than my fastest time. Platinum card will give me a level 50 part, because I bought the 11 parts. I'm still missing the other 33. Acceleration, nope, I don't want that. I'm gonna send it to headquarters. So I'm 67th at the moment, which is not that good. Should be sharper because I have a full spec Mazda at this moment. So let's see, 127 is the top time. Only 7 seconds faster though. So I might work on that later on. So I'm gonna continue. So that's one of the events, the brand time attack. We've just done that. The normal time attack, I'm 40th at the moment. So let's see. What is this summit about? It's I haven't mentioned that yet. It's Europe Asia, which means you cannot use American cars or bikes. So you get restricted cars and vehicles. Let's see. I'm gonna use the bike here. It's the best way to go, I think. This is in comparison with last week's. This is a checkpoint. So last week you had a time attack where you didn't have any checkpoint, so you can sort of choose your own route. Again, slower than my best time, for the simple reason that the rear wheel of my bike sort of slided out 2 or 3 times, and also I showed a different route on my best time, I think. You can choose your own route as long as you go past even 3 seconds faster, slower that is. So you can choose your own route here as long as you pass those checkpoints. But the bike is the way to go though. I've tried a few of my dirt cars and there's nowhere near the time that I'm doing with the bike that I achieve with any of the cars which are available for this, because not all your dirt cars are available, so you can't use American. So that's for the dirt time attack. What else can we do? Well, let's try the speed run. Now, I don't know how they do it, but I have a feeling there are some cheaters on here. Because I brought up one of the ghosts, not this one though, but one of the ghost top times a few hours ago. Now this one is at top, but there was a higher score earlier of 11,000 something. And I brought up the ghost, and the result of that was that it showed a drag car. Now there is no way at least not with the keyboard, then I can do this with a drag car because there are sharp turns around here. So there's just no way you're gonna get this thing kept on the road if you do this with a drag car. Just had to go on the side because other players were also doing this thing. Now, it's a speed skill, which obviously I'm not gonna start here because then you don't have, so it is here. So what we are going to do is, let's see. Go here somewhere. Turn around. And of course, we're not gonna do a speed skill test with the dirt bike. So we're gonna use something, circuits. I've tried it with a circuit bike, but well, I can't keep it under control in those sharp corners, so I'm just doing it with my Ferrari 458 1299 score and all speed bonus parts on it. So the point here is try to get some speed, and I see that some of the players are coming this way. I've tried that, but there's no way I'm coming near the score that I have going the other way, so I'm doing it this way. Again, here you might need to do some of the retries here because this is traffic related and also not going off-road, of course. You have to stay between the white lines on the outside of the road because otherwise your score stops counting. And I have bad luck with traffic showing up in the corners. So I already know that I'm not going to coming near my best time or best score in this case. Again, here you can use some friends giving you a slipstream, which will give you higher score. As you can see, 1800 points below my best. So let's give that another one a go. So we're going back. There are a lot of players on this route again, which is a bit of a problem. Not only dealing with traffic, you're also dealing with the other players in your way at times. But let's give it another go. I don't have the rough in drag spec because I see that the top scores are set here with a rough drag car. So I don't know, maybe that car is pretty handleable. I have no idea. All I know is that with my drag car, which is a Skyline, I can't keep that thing on the road here. I can on this straight line, but not on these sharp corners. Don't know if I improved, but pretty close though. $79 points short of my best. 10,835 is my best so far. And this guy scores 12,000 points. But as I said, some of them are using drag cars in here, which is something I cannot understand. Because there's no way I can keep a drag car on the road here in these sharp corners. So it doesn't make any sense. So what else is there available? Well, there is a long jump, which is a bit, well, I can fast travel there and show you one jump, but okay, so of course we need a drag car here, which is something I will change to Nissan Skyline. Also not at $12.99 yet, so there's something else I have to change here, which is this one. We're going to manual, because otherwise it goes all the way up in the revs, and we do not want that. So what do you do is on the left of my speedometer there is a bar you need to get in the green before you start. So how you do that? By spinning your wheels. Wait till it's green and then you go up. That's how. That's the idea. So I'm waiting. Oh yeah, great. We get some rain here. Pointless. And the problem is that I'm gonna retry. This ramp is pretty slippery as it is. The rain obviously is not improving things. So again, trying to get the bar on the left of my speedometer in green, and off we go. That's the idea. If you do this with a $12.99 car, you will get a pretty decent score. As you can see, I'm only 550th in this one, because first of all, my car is not at $12.99. The one in first has a score of 30,211 points. Okay. But you don't have to be the best scorer in every of these things, because you get an average ranking from all the events you do. Next up, I'm gonna fast travel here somewhere. Okay. What we're gonna change to is a monster truck. The Skyline, I'm not sure if you can use the Cherokee here or the Hummer because it's American, but I'm gonna take the Skyline to be sure. So Nissan Skyline in monster truck spec. I'm gonna change that. back to automatic here. Just easier to do for this one. So again, do not start at the gate, just like in the speed test. Same here. Don't start at the gate where the tests, but sort of take because that's where the tests are. They are somewhere uphill. So the idea is to arrive there with at least some speed. And I missed the gate there, which is kind of deadly for a test like this, but and again, 2 gates missed. So I already know that I'm not going to improve my time. And I saved my nitro bar for this part, so I can get full speed here. And I think my best time stopped here somewhere. So as seen already, I missed 2 gates. Let's see what we done. You see, I'm still in 7th with a score of 6,700 points, and the best time 7,400. So it's 1 or 2 gates more than I did. Oh, let's have a retry, shall we? Try not to mess up the gates. So again, if you come to these tests or you fast travel there, it will put you up in this direction. So you're sort of zigzagging over the highway off-road section here. And I wasn't coming anywhere close to my best score going this way. So obviously I'm gonna go this way. Now let's try not to miss a gate this time. The ghost that you see there, that's myself with my best time. So I already know I'm not going to score the best time because I missed the gate there in the turn. And that's the problem I have with this monster truck. As you can see, I'm winning parts, and I put some of them on. Like this one is a speed bonus, I'm going to put that on. And by changing that, I'm not coming towards my best score. Although I would have been close now. Because I missed the gate, I still score 6,000 points. So that one gate with the multiplier, that could have been good enough to get a better score, but this extreme points bar that's filling up, for those who don't know yet, once the bar is full, you will get a free whatever is here. In this case, DF stands for drift, it can be DG for drag or MT for monster truck. And then you get it for free. As you can see, it's one of the points I talk about in the video. Let's talk about bugs. For those interested, how to earn bucks, how to save bucks in this game, that's in that video. So those are the 3 the speed tests that we did with the Ferrari. The long jump is with the drag car. And this is the scramble test. Those are the 3 tests that you have to do for this week's summit. So let's enter. So far we haven't improved, which also means I haven't improved my overall ranking, because I haven't improved anything so far. I'm in 19.3 meanwhile, because more players have joined the ranks. Normally it's still, this one started yesterday, so it's 2 days, it's always 3 days and 2 days remaining. By the end of those 3 days normally there will have somewhere between 4,000 or 5,000 players. But it's not to say that they're all gonna score better than you, so especially if you have a platinum, it's pretty easy to defend. Especially if you keep a few things on the behind, sorta. Now I've participated in most of the events already, but sometimes I keep a few of these tests. I'm not doing them, so I keep them unranked. And then if I'm dropping in the standings, then I'm gonna do those tests so that you could go back up. But overall I'm doing all of them, except for the challenge. That's something I don't know to do. In the cruise speed trap, I'm thinking, seeing this is the picture of the Evora, you will have to do it with an Evora. But then the question still is, if you can use your own car, in case you can use a 1299, or you get a car which might be something like 750 score. If it's the same for all, okay, then you can set a time here. If not, mostly you have to use your own car, and I don't have the Evora, so I will get the standard car from the game, which is it's a performance spec, so I'm guessing that will be 529 score or something. Not gonna set a top time there if other people can use their own car at 1299. That's why I haven't done this yet. But you can enter there and you just look for the crew, you will find some players eventually to do it with. Well, the Monster Arena. Same problem there, I made some changes on my Monster spec, resulting in the fact that I'm missing some acceleration and speed. And that is a problem in this thing. But I'm scoring more now than I was in the beginning, because I finally found out how to do flips and all that with a keyboard. Just like with the bike, you can do a bike, you can do a wheelie using a key, and you can do a stoppie using a key, and those are the 2 keys that you also need here. The wheelie key will make you flip, backflip. Here's already problem number 1. Make this jump or not. This time I made it, surprisingly. Sometimes I don't make it because I don't have enough speed. Now I'm gonna do a backflip on this jump. Try to land it. Well, it's only a good landing. If you can get a perfect landing here, and you get triple points or something. But that's a bit of a problem, you need to keep it under control, and that's a big issue at times. Because then you get this shit. You drop out of it, which is not the idea here. I'm looking for an alternative route now. Oh, I did a backflip and a turn. But you need to get the high scores on top there. So I'm losing points here because you have to go back. That's what you get. With a keyboard, sometimes you get stuck and then you try to get it back up and then you drop out. And it doesn't take any points out of those 2000. I'm completely messing up here, so I will take just 30 seconds left. There are a few thousand points on the upper ramp, which I already missed like twice. So it's kind of pointless now, but okay. And I missed it again. I'm kind of figuring out why. Well, I already know why. Because my camera was up. So 24,000 points. That's if you mess up, which I often do. So you have to retry and retry and retry till you get it finally right. And sort of find your route where you can score the most points. That's the idea behind it all. Top scores, they are like 60,000, 80,000 on some of those tracks. There are 4 or 5 of these arenas, and they all come by in all these Summit qualifiers. Sometimes there is a 5,000 point out there, but not on this track, I think. There are a few thousand points though. So I'm gonna take an alternative route. I'm gonna try to flip myself on there. And I missed it again. Okay. I think I missed one. You can do a flip here too, but then you lose a lot of speed. So I prefer to do the flip coming out of the loop here. Perfect landing this time. I'm gonna do it this way now that I'm up instead of coming back up. Yep, and a bad landing because so alternative route again, because there are 1,000 points in these loops. I'm thinking, are there more points to be held there? I guess so. 1 minute left. You're always up against the time and the point. And I'm just missed it again. Get some points there. And then you miss the landing again. Let's try it there. Let's try to do some spins. I'm gonna take a jump and then do some sort of misty flip. I landed on the 4 wheels and it says good landing. something, but normally you should go on the highest ramps at least 4 times. You have to go up there, and that's where you can score the most points. But it's kind of tricky to keep it up there with the keyboard. That's the problem here. But for those who don't know yet, as I pretty new at this game, so I didn't know how to do those flips and all that, but I now know it. So if you're driving a bike, you have some key mapped for doing wheelies, and you have some key mapped for doing stoppies. Those are the 2 keys that you can use to do a backflip, as we've done a few times, and you can also use the stoppie key to do a front flip. And the misty flip you do by doing a backflip and meanwhile turning left or right, which will make the car spin. And if you can land it, you get triple points. So that's for the Monster Arena. At some point I found myself a good route, almost scoring 40,000 points, but this time it's only 32,000. And these things you have to do and retry till you get yourself some good points. And then you come on an average ranking of all your events. I've done 10 out of 12 of the events. I haven't done the challenge yet, and I haven't done the cruise pre-trap. And PvP is just like in the normal multiplayer lobbies, but this one is the Summit lobby, where there are 7 events available. This time it's a dirt, but in the event you all get the same car, so you don't have to worry about getting your car, at least not this time. So it's a dirt rally where you get a 12.99 BMW bike, which is pretty heavy and slow, so it's all about braking before the corner and getting through there. There is a race with an Aston Martin Zagato, there is a race with a Mercedes SLR, there is another dirt track and a race track. In both cases you use the Skyline, I believe. And then there is another race where you... I don't think I've done that one today, so I'm not sure what kind of car you get there. But you get the car there, so you're... and if you lock collisions and traffic, you're really up against other players. And I was in a pretty easy lobby today, so I won most of my races, getting me lots of bucks. And this ranking is based on the bucks that you earn in PvP. So if you have the longer you play there, the higher you will get. Obviously, it's the same for this challenge. The longer you put the checkpoints, the longer away from each other, the more bucks you will earn, so the higher you will get. The same for the stunts. The more stunts you do, the longer you can play. In other words, the higher you will get. Unless you can find a crew, then it combines the stunts. For instance, you have to do 20 wheelies. If you have 4 people in your crew, you each have to do 5 wheelies, and it counts as 1 stunt. If you do this on your own, obviously you have to do 20 wheelies, so it takes way longer if you do it on your own. And then a combined ranking gives you a spot on the Summit Qualifier. But you don't need platinum, any medal will do. You only need a medal in 3 of these 8 qualifiers. This is the 7th one, and in 2 days time the last one will become available, which is in the Midwest. And you have to earn 3 medals, and then you will be qualified for we'll leave the qualifier now, for the actual summit, which this month is at the Salt Lake, Bonneville Salt Lakes, or whatever it's called. There is the March Summit, and I've earned my access pass because I already earned 4 medals in the March qualifier. So you only need 3 to get an access pass here, which is the actual summit. Same story as the qualifiers, different events, and then obviously the position matters. So that will be it for this video, I think. doing Summit Qualifiers, messing around a bit in it. I'll make some separate videos later from my best runs, and I will do that for the upcoming summits as well, qualifiers that is, so that you have the different arenas and all that. See you guys in the next one, and bye for now.